Thank you very much. So I've been reading this book about grit written by Angela Duckworth, and as I was thinking about what words I was going to share tonight, I realized that was the perfect theme, and you were the perfect audience, because you epitomize that simple four-letter word. You wouldn't be here tonight if you didn't have grit, and quite frankly, though, I suspect most of you don't even realize you have it. But I think it's probably one of the most important gifts that you have, even more so than your athletic and your academic talents. Angela described grit as passion plus perseverance, or in other words, a sustained, enduring devotion to something and a willingness, after getting knocked down, to get up again and again and again. And so you guys are all clearly very talented, but you've combined that with a never say die attitude, and that's why we're recognizing you tonight as some of the best at the University of Illinois and in the Big Ten. And this past February, there was a big athletic event in Houston. That was the Super Bowl 51 between the Atlanta Falcons and the, what was the other team? The New England Patriots, that's right. Well, Houston is also home to NASA's Human Spaceflight Program. And that's where the Johnson Space Center is, and that's where I work. And NASA actually participated in a lot of the media and public events that led up to the actual game. And with a background in football, I had an opportunity to share my story on multiple occasions. And every time that I talked to a reporter or to a fan or to an NFL player, I always tried to describe how playing football and being a student athlete at the University of Illinois had impacted my life and my career. Whether it's been in the Air Force, whether it's been as a father and a husband, or whether it's been as an astronaut. Playing football here and being a student athlete gave me the recipe that I followed for the rest of my life. And as an example, in December of 2013, when I was on board the space station, 250 miles up, orbiting the Earth at 17,000 miles an hour, we had that failure on the pump module. And a few days later, Rick Mastracchio and I had to go out the door and repair that pump module. And I remember floating in the airlock, and I'm looking out this hatch at the vacuum of space and the Earth floating below. And it reminded me of standing in the tunnel of Memorial Stadium, looking out at the field as you're getting ready to run out for the game. And it had a lot of those same emotions. There's the excitement of the game, there's the nervousness, there's the anxious of just let's get on with it. And so that experience of going through those emotions and figuring out how to get it done on the field helped me on those days when I went outside the International Space Station on those spacewalks. You might even say maybe it involved a little bit of grit. And so that brings us back to where I started. So many of you are getting ready to move on to the next phase of your life. Some of you still get to play the sports that you love, but eventually you're going to move on to the next phase of your lives. And the great thing is you already know the formula for success because you're learning it here as a student athlete at the University of Illinois. You know what it takes to be a student athlete. You know what it means to sacrifice to get the job done. You know what it means to go through that grind of practice after practice after practice just for a few opportunities to compete on the field. You know what it means to represent this university. And so I urge you to remember those lessons learned, and I promise you that if you do, they'll take you to places that right now you can only dream of. Congratulations and good luck.